Yair Rodriguez versus Robert Whittaker. Feud ignites. Yair Rodriguez just snapped, and Robert Whittaker's feeling the heat. Rob casually claimed nobody wants to see a Yair versus Volkanovski rematch.
Mate, no one wants to see this fight. No one.
Yes.
no one was sitting at home thinking, I didn't know. You know what fight I want to run back? Volk and Yair. Okay? Not yet anyway, because Volk did some good, honest work in that first fight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Yair had a lot to work on from that fight. I think a lot of it was mental. That's how I walked away from that fight. I thought that fight was very one-sided. Now, there was a storyline that whole fight week with him and Diego.
Yes.
Okay? I wanted that fight to happen. Tell me that fight couldn't have headlined UFC Mexico.
And Yair fired back with, "Didn't ask for your opinion, mate. Focus on your own teeth so they don't get smashed again." The MMA world lit up instantly. Rob responded on his podcast, saying the quote was taken out of context.
So there was, I forget who it was. Some MMA source, okay? They just cut out the one line of me saying, when Volk and Yair too, no one wants to see that. That's all they cut out. They posted it on Instagram, and Yair replied, like, mind your own business, don't get your teeth smashed in, something like that. Like he made this source. What have I said, guys, about cutting one lines out of our podcast? Because now Yair hates me, and we've all seen how Yair acts to those he hates. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to go to a press conference with him anymore. You know, he's an emotional guy. It was out of context. Okay, I like Yair. Okay, we were talking about no one wants to see that fight. Not when we wanted to watch Diego and Yair go at it after the last time they were at a press conference. Hell, that could be me next time. You know? But we were talking purely speculating from a fan's point of view. Okay, it's never anything personal. There's no need to bring my teeth into it, buddy. All right. I hope he chills out and understands that he was just baited into this. Yeah, MMA source that cut that one line out and made me and Yair enemies. Screw you.
He didn't mean to diss Yair. He just wanted to see Yair versus Diego Lopez instead. But Rob knows the damage is done, admitting, "Now Yair hates me. I'm not going to be able to go to a press conference with him anymore." Merab Dvalishvili targets Cory Sandhagen. Merab is already looking past Sean O'Malley. If he wins at UFC 316, he wants to fight Cory Sandhagen before year's end.
I will be happy if I will fight 2 more times this year. Yeah, so looks like Cory Sandhagen is ready for me, and we never fought each other. He's a great contender. He fought everybody. He has a good style. He's a good fighter. We all know. He beat a lot of guys in our division, and I don't mind to take another quick turnaround fight and then fight one more end of this year, either in New York or here in my new home in Las Vegas.
Bryce Mitchell changing divisions? Big news for Bryce Mitchell. He's reportedly moving down to bantamweight. His next opponent? Said Nurmagomedov at UFC Abu Dhabi. That's a major cut for a guy built for featherweight. Coming off a tough submission loss to Gene Silva, this move might be a total reset, or a major risk. Patchy Mix aims to take over the UFC. Patchy Mix is here, and he's not being quiet about it. The former Bellator champ faces Mario Bautista in his UFC debut, and says this is Patchy Mix 2.0.
Yeah, I feel at home. I've headlined almost all the cards. I'm a multi-time world champion prior to coming to the UFC, so I'm thrown on the main card. You know, I'm not headlining. I don't have the pressure to be the main event or the co-main event like I normally always am. I'm only fighting a 3-round fight as opposed to a 5-round fight like my last 5 fights have been, so it just honestly feels normal. It feels good to be a part of the card. But on Saturday night, make no mistake about it, it will be my show. I will take over the card and I will prove, my dominance and how exciting and how, the the finishing ability that I have, you know, and I will prove that on Saturday. And I just worked on, you know, for a whole year, I worked on things, and I had already been a multi-time world champion, already had been dominating. So I feel like this right here is going to be like Patchy Mix 2.0, an entire new version of me. And I've just entered my prime. Like, they haven't seen anything what I'm capable of doing until they see it on Saturday night. You know, even though I haven't been here, I've been watching this division. I know a lot of guys in the division. I've trained with all the top guys in our division. So, you know, that training stops now. And, you know, anybody from the top 10, top 15, I think it's one of the biggest, deepest divisions in the entire UFC. And I'm not only looking forward to being a part of it, I plan to come and take it over. I truly believe I am the best bantamweight. I have more wins than all these guys. I have more finishes than all these guys, and I have less losses and have never been finished myself. So what I see is that I'm hunting the bantamweight division, and it starts with Merab Dvalishvili at number 10, and it will go from number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All of them, I'm hunting them. So now I'm here, and it doesn't matter. I'll go through all of them.
Fight announcements. UFC 318 and UFC Vegas 108. Dan Ige will face Patricio Pitbull at UFC 318. Ige's coming off a violent TKO win, while Pitbull's rebounding from a tough loss to Yair Rodriguez. Over at UFC Vegas 108, Azamat Murzakanov puts his 8-fight win streak on the line against undefeated Taurus Finney. Someone's streak is ending. Cejudo versus Usman. Harrison or Peña? Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman don't agree on the UFC 316 co-main.
Wow. What I see with this fight is, I mean, obviously Juliana, this is the thing with Juliana, man. She doesn't have the hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? And her grappling the grappling doesn't match well with a girl with a 2-time Olympic champ, dude. But there's a dog and there's an experience in Juliana Peña. But I just feel like the fact that Kayla Harrison to be able to win the Olympics not once but twice. I mean, I ain't trying to do all these anytime push-ups like she wants me to do, but I think she's gonna. I think we're gonna hear at new.
Yeah. No, this is listen, you saying, oh, she ain't got the hands on her. No, I don't say that, because Juliana Peña stood with Amanda Nunes, and Amanda Nunes, we can say, is the most devastating female striker we've ever seen. I think Amanda Nunes set herself apart, but Juliana Peña was not afraid. She was able to go in there, bring that dog out of herself, and submit the GOAT, or whatever we want to call it, the greatest female fighter we've ever seen in the UFC. So and then not only that, loses the title, comes back, and wins it back in a fight that many people thought, oh yeah, Raquel Pennington is going to beat. No, she came back and she won that title back.
Dominic Cruz reacts to Merab GOAT talk. John Anik called Merab the bantamweight GOAT.
Well, I do believe he already has status as the greatest bantamweight of all time, and I say that as a man who, if I got married this weekend, Dominic Cruz would be a groomsman. He's one of my best friends in the world. As far as I'm concerned, with respect to Aljamain Sterling and my BFF Dominic Cruz, the greatest bantamweight of all time, not so quietly, is Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
And Dominic Cruz didn't flinch.
I think that John Anik knows, he makes media. That's what he knows how to do that. It's my boy. I love that dude. I think I just love to be that the fact that there's even a conversation with me involved. It's not for me to decide something like that. When you think about, I'm not saying it's this level, but as a parallel, you're talking about LeBron and Jordan, right? You're not going to get me to ever. You're never going to convince me ever, no matter what, under any circumstance, that LeBron's better than Jordan, to me. But then you've got the ladder that's going to say the opposite. So I love that there's even a conversation. If there's a conversation, then that's what this thing's about. And you know what? Merab's making a conversation too. And it's good for him. This dude's been through the ladder, man. This dude's had to fight up and down the ladder exactly the same way I did. I had to fight my way through the hardest fights in the division, multiple rematches before I got my shots. I had to earn every scrap, and I see that similarity in Merab, so I tip my hat to him.
Kayla Harrison declares destiny at UFC 316. Kayla Harrison isn't just confident, she's calling it destiny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of 25 hard minutes. I've been training really hard. We've prepared properly. This camp has been maybe one of the best camps of my life. I'm prepared, and yeah, I mean, there's just no stopping me. You know, what's mine is mine, and this is my destiny. I mean, I think all of it. You know, it all feels like it's coming to a head, and I'm the best I've ever been. My fight IQ is the highest it's ever been. My confidence is the highest it's ever been. My belief is on point, and I'm just grateful. I'm super grateful that I get to do what I love every single day. A lot of people don't get to say that. You know, a lot of people clock in, clock out, but I'm literally living my dream. I mean, I think I'm better everywhere. I think I'm bigger, faster, stronger. I think I have a wealth of experience behind me now. I think that I'm a better striker. I'm a better grappler. But she's a fighter. I'll never take that away from her. You know, she's got heart, and she's not gonna give up easily. And so it's just about me going out there and instilling my will and being smart.
Vicente Luque plans to hurt Kevin Holland.
Yeah, you know, a tough fight in the sense that both of us are going to bring the action, but I definitely see myself finishing him, either a knockout or a submission. I don't know where it's going to present itself, but if I see the opportunity, I'm definitely going to take it. I'm in there, I'm always working, so I'm not much of a talker, but I don't mind if he talks to me. I'm sure I'm going to have fun in there. You know, fighting is always about fun. I like to be challenged. I like to be, you know, a guy that wants to maybe mess with my mind. That's always something that I'm down for. You know, let's go and let's go to war and see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go there and try to hurt him every second of the fight.